Okay. Do. Oh, shit. What microphone am I coming from? That's a good question. Settings. Audio. Built-in microphone. Sweet. Hey, people are in here. Hi. Hi, Logan and Alejandro and Lego Savage Custom and Tanner and all the people joining. Started a few minutes early because I wanted to, I don't know, see if I could. I've never done anything like this before, and I wanted to get a little saucy, I guess. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Don't stream live a whole lot. Sometimes I'll game, but I haven't in a while. I'm not much of a gamer, although I just got a Switch. Maybe I could do that. So, it's about 9 o'clock my time. I'm in California, if you guys don't know that. I'm looking at the chat. I've got, I went through and painstakingly numbered every one of the comments in this stupid video. And it was fun. No, I'm not going to play a game. Sorry, Back and Johnny. Not going to play a game right now. I might in the future, though. Maybe. But I went through and I numbered every comment like an idiot. And then I found a website that will just pick a stupid comment. So I'm not smart, and I don't really know how this stuff works. I'm not one of those big-time people that researches a lot of stuff, even though I should. So I've got the website up. I'm gonna pick the first two people that are legitimate comments. Like sometimes people commented without really entering. Sometimes people commented and I did not like them because they're mean or whatever, and that's fine. People can say whatever they want. I mean, I'm not one of those people that like deletes comments or whatever. So we'll pick a random person from this YouTube random comment picker that I have up here, and we'll see how this goes. Just to reiterate, if you're not curious, the entries have ended, so if you didn't enter, it's too late. And if you're outside the United States, do keep in mind that I will ship it to you, but there may be a custom fee, and that's kind of on you. But I have this. This is the Death Squad Commander, and then I have this. This is the Target exclusive Stormtrooper Executioner. So actually, I would say it's about 50-50 for the amount of people that wanted one versus the other. Some people that don't live in the U.S. want this. People that just couldn't find this on the shelf. My local Toys R Us, the one that's closer to me, of the two that are in my area, I went there a couple days ago, and they had two more of these on the shelf and a Jawa. And I almost bought the Jawa just to have it, but I said, nah, someone might want those. I felt bad enough buying an extra one of these. So there's that. This is fun. People watching my channel. I feel like a person. How's everyone's night going? I don't know. How are you doing? It's cool that everyone's saying hi to me. I feel really special. Ooh. You can see my super messy room here, and my cat. My cat is actually behind me. She's sleeping. She likes to sleep there. I don't know if you, I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. It's hot out there. Where are you? I'm in California, and it's actually super cold. It's been raining, which is weird for Southern California. It's actually, it hailed here, which driving on the freeway, it looked like snow because it had piled up. Ugh. They couldn't deliver your pizza? I thought they should deliver pizza no matter what. Like, if you order a pizza and they accept that order, then they better give that order to you. But I need to clean my room. I have Voltron. I'm actually working on a video for this guy. I just did a stupid random video where I opened this bad boy up on video, and that's actually in the background. You can't see it right now. It's there. Were you just gonna give him the tip Tuesday? Just the tip. Anyway. So I mean, should I do this or should we just hang out for a bit? I've got 26 people watching. I think there were like 300, almost 350 entries when I went through, and it was like 340 something, which is way more than I thought there would be. Look at that, Sith Lord 66. That guy right there. Someone get that guy a thing, a beer or whatever. I don't know, but he delivers pizza no matter what. That's what's up. If anyone's curious about what I'm drinking, it says Crown Royal Reserve. My fiance got it to me. She got it to me? She got it for me for Christmas like 2 years ago. Every Christmas Eve, I always drink whiskey and watch Star Wars. That's like my Christmas Eve tradition that I started when I moved out on my own to give myself something fun to do on Christmas Eve when I was alone. And she kind of made it her own little mission to give me a fancy bottle of whiskey. So this is a $70 bottle of whiskey I'm almost done with 2 years later. And then last year she got me a different expensive bottle of whiskey that I wanted to finish this one first. What's my favorite Black Series figure? Oh, dude, I should do like a Q&A, huh? That's a super good question. Because like there's like my favorite character and then there's like favorite figures. I have to think about that one. It also changes based on like what I've gotten more recently, because I tend to latch on to figures that I've had more recently. Darth Revan's fallen over. That sucks. I think, dang, it would be between Kanan Jarrus, because I like his little gimmick where his lightsaber comes apart. Jaina is super cool. I really like her. It's stupid how much I like that figure. And Captain Rex is also super good. My God, don't even do that. That's stupid. I mean, you're not stupid, Logan, but like that's just silly. I'm just a chubby nerd. I actually can't talk about what I do for a day job. Especially not on the internet. I'm not allowed to talk about what I do. It's nothing cool or unique or weird, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can probably figure it out. But I'm not allowed to talk about it. What's my favorite beer? Let's see. That's a yes, Christopher Allen. I sell dildos. We sell dildos together. Thank you for letting the cat out of the bag. What was it? My favorite beer. My favorite beer. I'm really into sours right now. Like super good sours. I love a good sour beer. There is a brewery right next to me that I can walk to called Indian Joe's, and they make a bunch. They have like 30 sours on tap, and it's super good. But I think if I had to choose my all-time favorite beer to sit down, like no matter what I'm feeling, I'd probably choose Sculpin or some sort of. I also like Victory at Sea. I don't know if I can choose a favorite beer. I can choose a favorite beer. I'm going to show that, Chris. That was good. Pussy out of the pouch. I'm going to show that. Honestly, Mark, I think Jaina Solo is a contender for the best Black Series. Based on sculpt, what she comes with, articulation, she's amazing. This actually does have something to do with who won the contest. I'm going to do the contest winner right now. I have the thing. So let's just go ahead and do that. I've got 30 people watching. I'm going to get this going on. Let's see here. Copy the URL. Go back to the dashboard so I can see people chat. Favorite Marvel? I don't actually own a whole lot of Marvel Legends. If I had to choose a favorite Marvel Legend, I'll get back to you on that. Taskmaster is pretty cool. Angelo's really good. And I don't know, probably Man Thing, Build-A-Figure. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's hit this. I think we've got something like 361 unique commenters. Let's pick a winner here. So let's start. Do its thing. I'm getting a little buzzed. I haven't eaten all day. Tristan Miller, the Executioner would be great. Keep up the good stuff, man. Tristan, you chose the Executioner, which is this one. So congratulations. I'll contact you or DM me something. I'll get in touch with you for that. Next is going to be by default this guy. So even if you didn't want it, you have the option of taking it. I'll give that to you. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to reload this page here because that's how it works. Okay, let's start this off with a bang, to quote the best Batman movie, which is Batman Forever. Captain Obvious also wants the Executioner. Too bad. Too bad. You don't get it. You get this one. You get this one. Unless you don't want it, let me know. In which case, I want to pick one more just in case he passes or something weird like that. I don't know. So let's pick one more. I just got the whole Black Panther wave. It was funny. I was at Walgreens with my fiance, and they had Medusa, and it was on sale for like $13. So I was like, I want to buy this, but then I'd have to buy the Black Bolt. I can't blanked on his name. I had to buy Black Bolt, and then I had to buy the whole wave because I'd want to build a figure because it sucks having just one part. And then she and I went to Walmart right afterwards, and they had the whole Okoye wave there, and she looked at the back of one of the boxes and said, I don't want Okoye. And I was like, well, we have to buy all of them then. So then we bought those, and then we went back to Walgreens and bought the Medusa. So she's really good at that. So let's pick a runner-up just in case. Just in case. Danny Duval also wants the Executioner. Everyone wants that Executioner that I'm picking. There were a lot of people that wanted this. Anyway, so the two winners, Tristan, and the last person that I will have to go back in the video and the stream to remember who won. Congratulations on the winners. I'll message you guys, or you message me. I'll get to you. I'll send them out whenever I can get to it, which will be soon. Once we contact each other, I'll get your address, and we'll go about our business. So that's all for that. If you want to, we can sit here and chat some more. I don't know how long this was gonna go. Thank you, Doomsday. I do think that we're doing the relationship thing right. She is a fantastic person and puts up with this. In fact, when we moved in together, she's like, well, we have to get a 2-bedroom apartment so we have a spot for all your toys. And that was when I decided I was going to marry her. That was it. I don't know if I actually told her that. Let's see, did I miss anything in the comments? What do I think of Jabba's sail barge? Let's see. Jabba's sail barge, I think is cool. But I'm not gonna pay $500 for it. Mostly because I don't collect the 3.75 inch figures, 3 3/4. I collect 6 inches. If they had a 6-inch one for $500, I'd buy it. But that's stupid. They would never do something that cheap. It'd probably be like $1,500 or $2,000. In which case, I wouldn't fucking buy it. That's like the price of a car. Let's see. Have you ever paid high after market prices for a Black Series figure? Kind of. The Walmart exclusive Shock Trooper, when Battlefront 1 came out, I bought that for $27 instead of the $20 it should have cost on eBay. because I just couldn't find it. I went searched for it everywhere, couldn't find it. It was just gone. Let's see. I think I also paid, and this is embarrassing because I found her a bunch of times, but I didn't know I would. Black Series is always weird, especially coming off of Phase 2. You don't know if you're gonna see something in store or not. You just don't. Sometimes you see it's warming the pegs, and you're like, oh, you could buy at any point. Like Jyn Erso, like I feel stupid buying her on night 1 of the Rogue Force Friday because she's everywhere now, and you can get her dirt cheap. But anyway, I bought Captain Phasma for $30 on eBay because I didn't know if I was ever going to find her. She was early-ish in the wave, and it was before The Force Awakens dropped, and all the scalpers were buying her and selling her for $50 or whatever. So those are the 2 figures that I bought, not like over retail price. Every other figure I own, I've bought at retail, online, like ordered from like Dorkside or Entertainment Earth or Amazon or something like that. I did hear the 6th Bantha rumor. I hope it's true. I never like to really get on rumors. I know I try not to read rumors because I don't want to get my hopes up. Because a lot of stuff sounds cooler than it turns out being, So I don't want to do that. Let's see. Thank you for the compliments on my Loot Crate reviews. I started doing those for my dad. My dad bought. He actually continues to buy me my Loot Crate subscription. But he wanted to see what was in it, so I figured, I had this stupid little YouTube channel that I had made like 3 videos for at the time. So I figured I could post it and he could watch it. That would be the easiest way for him to do that, and it just started growing, I guess. I honestly think $50 for Boba Fett's pretty fair. I mean, it's nice. It's a $20 figure, but it was at the beginning of the line. It was the 2nd wave ever out in Phase 1, and like no one had really like. I know the first wave, a couple months after it came out, you could buy. I bought R2 and the Sand Trooper and Luke in his X-Wing outfit dirt cheap off Amazon because no one was buying them at the time. And it's funny now going back and seeing like the R2 is worth like $90 or whatever. It's going for $90. Let's see. There's so many things. Hey, Logan, have a good night, man. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this or whatever. I don't end any real conversation like I end my YouTube videos. I felt so awkward talking at a box in my toy room here. I felt like I was talking to myself. So when I said bye, I just kind of said it like, I don't know, like sarcastically. It was just like bye. I guess bye. Like I'm not really talking to anybody, but I'm talking to people that watch my video, but it's weird at the time, so it kind of stuck. Doomsday, $70 for Bosk. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't do it. Bosk is my favorite of the bounty hunters. I love Bosk a lot. I love Bosk more than I like Boba. So I probably would have. I got him from Entertainment Earth. They were selling a 4-pack of like the Emperor and Bosk, and I think like both of the Luke and Han and Stormtrooper outfit from Phase 2. That part of Phase 2 that never showed up anywhere in stores that I ever saw. Let's see. Thoughts on. I don't want to really get into my thoughts on Last Jedi. I have unpopular thoughts. Apparently, I don't understand why everyone is shitting on that movie so hard. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. I think people that get really mad at it. I know it's not a bad movie. Like technically speaking, it's a beautiful movie. I think the story's fine. It's got a lot of great parallels to Empire Strikes Back. If anything, people can complain and bitch about it the same way they complain and bitch about The Force Awakens being too much like A New Hope. The Last Jedi is basically Empire Strikes Back, but in reverse. Like it's practically the same movie. But Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. I really liked Last Jedi. I liked it a lot. I understand a lot of people dislike how they treated Luke's character, but I mean, think about it. If you went from the prequels and there was like a 15, 20-year gap in between the prequels and the original trilogy, kind of like there was in between the original trilogy and the prequels, and Obi-Wan and Yoda, these heroes that you watched for 3 movies and 6 years worth of waiting, and suddenly it turns out Obi-Wan's just this hermit on a planet, and Yoda is like off in some swampland. Like, would you feel that? And then he just dies. Would you feel the same way then about them? Oh, what toy collectors do I watch on YouTube? Oh, this is a good time to give shout outs. Let's see. What toy collector? Well, I watched Thew for Transformers stuff for sure. That's where we got the whole idea for Bots and Shots. And I'm not even hiding the fact that I basically blatantly stole that from him. But he's only done 2, and I've done like 30 episodes, so whatever. Toy Galaxy is my Dan. I don't know. Like, I know Dan's a subscriber of my channel. Hi, Lily. My fiance is watching. Dan subscribes me on my channel, and like that was like I fangirled when that happened. I watched Toy Galaxy obsessively, like too much, like too much. What else? Top Shelf Reviews. Aaron, I like his videos. He doesn't have enough subscribers. If anyone's watching this and you want a good, like, well-rounded but not overly long, like Star Wars reviewer, Top Shelf. That guy, he does good videos. I like him a lot. Or her. I don't know. I'm assuming gender, but I have no idea. Let's see. What else, what other toy subscribers do I watch? I have a lot of friends that do it. That's like, it's kind of weird because when I started doing YouTube videos, like I looked at all these people as like, oh man, one day, and now I have a lot more subscribers. I'm not bragging, but I have a lot more subscribers than they do now. And like Chocho, he's actually currently live in the Facebook group I admin on, Transformers and Such. And if you like Transformers and Such, you can go subscribe to that right now. But he customizes a lot of stuff, and he's Canadian, so I like him a lot there. And so that's Chocho. Let's see. I would say what other big. I don't watch like some of the big ones like Shartimus. I'm not saying they're bad. I just I don't know. I don't prefer a lot of their styles. Like Bobby Skullface for Transformers. I'm not a fan, I guess. I don't think he's bad. I'm just not a fan. Pyog, I started watching him. He was like the thing that got me into it. But the only one I actively really don't like is Optibotimus, I guess. I'm not calling people out though. I really don't want to call people out. Mike the Hunter, never heard of Mike the Hunter. Oh, I do like T-Man 978. I like him a lot. I watch a lot of his reviews. I don't comment on a lot of things. Well, my cat just left. Bye, cat. Emgo is okay. I don't like his I don't like Mascot. Mascot is actually enough to, unless I only watch Emgo if I just really need like something like I'm missing something from a transformation. I'll watch Emgo for that, but I don't subscribe to him. I don't watch him very often. Plastic Addict, I do like Plastic Addict. Plastic Addict and Floosh, they're all good. I watch all the big ones, I guess. Yeah, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, I guess. Let's see, what else am I missing? I'm just looking through the comments right now. Thoughts on Black Series Porgs. For $6, it's fine, I guess. I would prefer them as accessories. There's no reason the Target exclusive Luke Skywalker shouldn't have come with those. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on the Black Series Porgs. I'm gonna buy them because I buy every Black Series figure. I'm finishing this off. It only took me almost 2 years and like 3 months, 2.25 years. But I'm finishing this off, and I've got a healthy buzz going on. Deacon 450B. I have done out in the wild collecting vids kind of in the past. I do quick spurts because I'm super embarrassed of filming in I'm super embarrassed of filming in a store. I don't know how so many people do it. Like I get super self-conscious about filming myself while I'm looking at toys. I get super self-conscious about being in the toy aisle in general, especially if there's like a family there. I feel like I'm getting like daggers stared at me, like, why are you in here? This is an aisle for kids. And I'm like, you know, I'm looking at toys, duh. So sometimes I'll be like, oh man, my son really is looking for this one, I guess. So I don't like to film there. So if I do a toy hunt, and Zach and I are going to do a toy hunt in the next week or two, that's coming. But if I'm filming, it's like a quick like nothing, and then I'll move on to something else, nothing, and I try to make it as fast as possible. So I'm glad that I'm not alone there. My cat is a female, and her name is Callie, and she's a tortoiseshell, I guess, at the tortie, I guess. We got her from a rescue, a shelter. We went there to get nothing, and we came out with that. You know, yeah, Crusader Man, I get that. When I was younger, I didn't think about it, but like now, because you get that vibe, especially when I was a little heavier. I'm a little lighter now, and people, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being heavy. I was definitely there, but people judge you more harshly for how you look when you're heavier. So I'm like a bald, bearded, heavy dude walking down the toy aisle. In my mind, everyone's looking at me and thinking, that guy wants my kids. That guy's gonna do something I don't want with my kids, and I'm not. I don't care about your kids at all. In fact, I hate your kids. I wish they weren't in this aisle. This is a toy aisle, and it's for adults, but it's not. It's for kids. But you know, I wish there was like an adult toy aisle. But you say that, and you think it's gonna be full of dildos or something. I don't mean that. Exactly, Deacon. Who's the creeper in the kid aisle? I'm super self-conscious about that. What do you think of the upcoming Transformers movie reboot series, and how should they handle it? Oh, well. First of all, as much as I don't want to. The Bay movies were shit. The designs for the characters grew on me, but the movies themselves were garbage. They were hot garbage. Yeah, Proud Nerd, like a collector's aisle. I'm happy that if they reboot them and they start over, I'm fine. I'm happy with that. If they keep the same designs but make the movies better, I'd be okay with that. Like, I don't hate the designs. I just wish that I just wish that they had better stories that went along with them. Not that Transformers has ever had groundbreaking stories. I just want it to not be terrible. Go full screen. I guess I can do that. I didn't think about that. How do I go full screen here? I have OBS open to do things. Let's see. Video capture device. Transform. Fit to screen. I did it. I'm a hacker. I'm not a hacker. Let's see. Anyway, Transformers movies, I hope they're good. I just want good movies. I just want something that's watchable. I want something that's not boring. The last night's biggest problem for me was it was boring. I went in drunk expecting it to be bad, and it was, but it was super boring. It was the most boring. Yeah, whenever I get Target and I get Toys R Us that say, hey, do you want a gift receipt? And I go, oh, no, I'm good. That's usually my response. Mario Fett 13, do you think the Solo movie will be good? I hope it will be good. I never go into a Star Wars movie hoping it will be bad. That's for sure. I don't think any Star Wars fan should, if you know what I'm saying. I'm apprehensive about it. I was actually super on board with the directors before him, the Ron Howard, because they did the Lego movie and they did 21 Jump Street, and both those movies should have been terrible. But just by the description, it's a movie about Legos and it's a rehash of an 80s, 21 Jump Street. Those should have been terrible movies, and they weren't. So I figured if anyone could make a terrible concept of going back in time and revisiting Han Solo, a well-beloved character, they probably could. But apparently they didn't. So I guess I hope it's good. I'm going in the same way I went in with episode 7, where I'm entertaining the possibility it'll probably be bad, but I'm hoping it's good. And that way, if it's good, then it's a pleasant surprise. And if it's bad, I'm not super disappointed, I guess, is how I'm doing that. Let's see, what have I missed talking about the Solo movie? Michael Bay movies are awful. Let's see, drag my kids along. Hey, good night, Doomsday, if you're watching this at some other point. I don't think I should borrow or rent a friend's kid. I think paying for kids is really the problem in the first place. I wouldn't do that. I really want a Kenobi movie, and it's ridiculous to me that if there is a Kenobi movie, they would entertain anyone to play Obi-Wan Kenobi other than Ewan McGregor. Good night, Tanner. Thanks for watching. I don't know. I don't really have any plans for this. I did my giveaway. Congrats again to the people that won the giveaway. I'm not done with this, so I'm gonna stick around until I'm done with this. If I want to do a little Q&A, I guess. That's true, Josh. That's a great comment. Even if the Solo movie's bad, I'm not the kind of person like. I get you didn't think the Last Jedi was a great movie, or even if it was a bad movie, there are still some cool characters from there. I don't particularly like the prequels as movies, but I like the characters. Like I like Jango Fett, so I'll buy a Jango. Like I want prequels characters, even though like I'll buy a Jar Jar Binks action figure whenever it comes out for the Black Series, because I want all the characters. Like they're Star Wars characters, I want them on my shelf. What's my favorite Darth Vader? Oh, someone asked me, I think was it you, the Proud Nerd, that asked me about the Darth Vader 40th anniversary versus the original? The original is a bad figure. It's actually one of my least favorite figures in my collection. The 40th anniversary figure was my #1 figure for the 2017. So I would say that the 40th anniversary figure is a better figure. Thanks for watching, Mark. I say bye to people, but I'm assuming they've already left. But maybe they'll go back and watch this. Yes, Crusader, I think Ewan did say that he was interested in it, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. We'll see what happens. You know what really saved the prequels for me is the Clone Wars cartoon. Like, watching the Clone Wars cartoon, not the Genndy Tartakovsky one, which I know a lot of people really like, and they'll suck its nuts or whatever, but I think the CGI one, I hated it, and then I ended up absolutely loving it. Like, I hated Ahsoka, love Ahsoka. That really saved the prequels for me, and it made me like Anakin more as a character than what the prequels did. Chris, I hope they come out with a good Yoda too, especially since he was in The Last Jedi. Like, give us a good Yoda, because the last Yoda was awful. It was god-awful. Let's see. You should make Hasbro. If you could make Hasbro make a 3.75-inch Star Wars figure that is not 6-inch into a 6-inch. Right now, that's an easy question. That's an easy question to answer, because Dr. Aphra, who is a comic character that I went full into the Marvel comics when they relaunched. Dr. Aphra is coming out 3.75, and she really needs to be a 6-inch figure. If I'm going to choose one that already existed as a 3.75 and isn't one, I would say, off the top of my head, Mammon Naden, a Hammerhead. Give me a 6-inch version of that guy. Your mother-in-law loves Jar Jar, so the characters. Oh, that's funny. You know, I love my my future mother-in-law, I guess. You know what? Revenge of the Sith is easily the best of the prequels movies. It's got some bad dialogue, and that's the problem. George Lucas is a great visionary, but he's a bad dialogue writer. He's awful at writing dialogue. He should have had someone go back and fix his script after he wrote it. we need to get a Ghost Yoda and a Ghost Anakin. The problem with Ghost Anakin is, I'm pausing. I blanked. I'm a little buzzed. The problem with Ghost Anakin is, which Anakin do you go with? Do you go with the superior Sebastian Shaw Ghost Anakin from the original Return of the Jedi, or do you go with the now canon, who's no longer canon, or do you go with the now canon Hayden Christensen Ghost Anakin? And I'm assuming that they would go Hayden Christensen, but I kind of wish they'd come out with a 2-pack for both, and you could just do whatever you want. You know, so that's a great question, Crusader Man. You're on par with the questions tonight. Let's see. One of my earliest memories, I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, and my mom was a kindergarten teacher, and her co-teacher, or like there's 2 kindergarten classes in my school. It was a private school, and her co-teacher had a son named Brent, and since they taught together a lot, I would hang out with Brent a lot. And he was in 6th grade. He was like 3 or 4 years older than me at the time, and he had an extensive original Power of the Force Star Wars action figure collection, and he's the one that actually got me into Star Wars kind of like full on initially. Like, he's the one that showed me Star Wars the first time I watched Star Wars on tape, and we played the Star Wars on the Nintendo Entertainment System, like the old school ones back in the day. So he's the one that got me into Star Wars at the level I was, and he died like, I don't know, 20 years ago. I was really sad about that. So I'll always, like, whenever I think about Star Wars, that's a sad story now. Thanks, Crusader, for bringing up that memory. What else? What else do we got? Besides Star Wars, Transformers, or Marvel, anything you collect? Yes, I collect Ninja Turtles. I have a little Ninja Turtle shrine right above my computer right here that you can't see. And I have the NECA 1/4 scale movie Turtles. I love Ninja Turtles. I also collect He-Man on the DL. I also have the Funko line of Firefly figures and some of the Game of Thrones figures, but not a lot. Do I collect anything else? Gunpla. I do Gunpla a lot. No, it's okay, Crusader. I was mostly kidding, but it also was a little sad. I would 100% buy a Black Series Ventress. Ventress, they need more. I've always said they need more prequels characters in the Black Series. Cad Bane is a must. Asajj Ventress is a must. Clone Wars or Rebel style Darth Maul is a must. Savage Opress is a must. They need way more prequels era Black Series figures. What should the next 6-inch Black Series vehicle be? I would really, and this is silly, and I might get some hate for. No. It should be Darth Maul's Sith speeder that he rode for like 3 or like half a second in The Phantom Menace before he jumped Qui-Gon Jinn. They really should do that vehicle, because they need to re-release a Darth Maul for people that missed out on the original Darth Maul. And I think that's a cool, like that little weird half sphere design. I think that would be cool. And it's not overly big. It's about the same scale as like a speeder bike or a race speeder or that. We definitely need a Black Series General Grievous. He's been on my last 2 wish lists. Beefy, what up, boy? That's a shout out. I subscribe to Beefy. He hasn't made a video in a long time, but if you want to go back and watch some of his videos, I like him a lot. David Prowse Ghost Anakin, which is gonna be like a super buff, like Anakin Scout. You want to talk about Ben Swallow? Girth Vader is what he would be. Let's see if I missed anything else in this chat. Barriss Ophi, Cad Bane, every clone, Tubbs 5s, any of Domino Squad. I want Domino Squad. I want Domino Squad in their training armor. I want Domino Squad in their regular armor. I definitely want that. There's a lot of droids that are missing. There's a lot of aliens that are missing. What are people's thoughts on Qui-Gon as a character. I think Qui-Gon's an interesting character because he was kind of a black sheep of the Jedi, from what I understand. Like he had the like outlandish beliefs. He was like I don't want to say he's like the flat earther of Jedi, but he definitely had views that went against most of them. But he wasn't necessarily like a Sith or anything. He just had like different views on the Force, like the life force and whatever. I think he's super interesting. Yeah, like a gray Jedi, even though it's a I hate that. I know I'm not bagging on people that like that stuff, but gray Jedi, people that put unnecessary meaning into like lightsaber colors. I know that was a thing back in the day in like the expanded universe, and I'm very vocal about my dislike for the 90s, early thousands expanded universe. There were some good stories, but I think a lot of them were trash, and they took the Star Wars universe to some weird places that I just didn't like. Like, I know a lot of people give shit to The Last Jedi for having like pointless like things that happened in it, like, oh, why did they even go to Canto Bight, whatever. There was an entire book called Darksaber where the Hutts were building a new Death Star, and it was just the laser. It looked like a giant lightsaber in space, and it was just the laser that was going to shoot planets, and they were going to take control of the galaxy. And the New Republic at the time were trying to figure out how to stop it. They were stealing the plans. Crix Nadine died for no reason because at the very end of the book, it just blew up the first time they tried to use it because they were shitty at making Death Stars. They could have just done nothing, and the whole book wouldn't have mattered. There would have just been an explosion in space that no one saw. And that's not even the worst. That's not even the worst expanded universe book. There are just so many bad ones. That's just the one that popped into my head right now. I mean, I'm not saying Fate of the Jedi. I don't remember Fate of the Jedi, honestly. If that was one of the new the Yuzhang Vong ones, the New Jedi Order ones, I didn't read all those. I kind of got out of it a couple books into it after, was it Star by Star or something like that? Yeah, you know, anytime I'm with you, Proud Nerd. Anytime someone suggests to me a Bandai like model kit, like I do Bandai model kits. I haven't done any character model kits, but I have like the vehicles, and I do a lot of Gunpla, which are made by Bandai as well. Like I know the plastic quality there. They're fun to build, but I wouldn't display them alongside my Black Series figures. They don't have the same quality build. And you have to like paint them and stuff. Like I'm just not a huge fan there. Do you think the Black Series should add build-a-figure parts and cut down on peg warmers like Marvel does? I mean, it would be nice. The advantage, I guess, that Marvel Legends has is that they basically, I mean, I know kind of Black Series has started doing it, but the Marvel Legends kit bashes most of their figures for the most part. Like they're just standard body parts with maybe some molding added, but for them, like it's easy for them to just toss out 1,000 figures for no reason because they're all just the same figure painted slightly different. But I buy them all anyway, so would I love to get an extra figure? Yeah, I would. It'd be nice. I don't know how they do it, but I don't get paid to do that. Hi. I'm still streaming, so I don't know if you... Okay. Lily's home. She was in the chat, but now she's home. No. Sorry. Yeah. Burrito? You don't have to if you don't want to. You're looking skinny, by the way.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What do you want? Sorry, we're playing dinner now. Is that weird for you guys?
Sorry, guys.
I don't care.
I don't care. I've been at work for 17 hours, so I just want to eat something.
Burrito's close and open still. So is Panda. I don't know if you want that.
No.
Okay, not that. All right.
I'm not cooking, right?
No. No, no, don't worry about it. Love you. Or pizza.
No.
Okay. Then burrito is my final offer. Or whatever you want.
Okay.
Let's see. Very interesting fact. Ray's original plans for Origin. It's going to be a clone of either Luke or Obi-Wan. Huh. I love you too. Bye. Bye. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Bye. Does that sound good? All right. I agree, Chris. The Clone Wars TV show was a gem. There's a lot of great designs they could do. People would buy it up. What figures am I looking forward to in Power of the Primes? That's a good question. I want to get all of Abominus for sure. Ripper Snapper is a great figure. I haven't gotten Hunger yet. I'm a little disappointed that he's just a Silverbolt remold. But I'm looking forward to getting the rest of those figures because Abominus is one of my favorite combiners. I have the Unique Toys version up there. And there's a new version, third-party version coming out from, I can't remember right now. But I hope that one's going to be good. Let's see what else am I looking forward to in Power of the Primes. I'm kind of the Optimal Optimus, kind of that, but I can't think of any others off the top of my head right now. Vehicles of Build-A-Figure, yeah, that's the problem, is I'm not sure how Build-A-Figures would work with, like, it very easily works with Marvel Legends because it's easy to take those apart and snap them together. I guess it kind of is for Black Series too, but I just don't know. If they could pull it off, I'll still buy them. I think it'd be cool. We still think about it. I would 100% buy a 6-inch Bantha, and I would want it to have real hair, just like the 3 3/4-inch Bantha had. With this, with the superior third-party figs, is there any reason to buy mainline? I think there is a reason to buy mainline. First of all, if I didn't buy mainline, I would never have figures I would want to do in the bots and shots. I don't trust myself to be drunk and transform most of my third-party figures, whereas I do the power, or I don't care if I break a Power of the Primes or a Titan's Return figure. So I very much welcome those, and I think that they need figures like that for collectors, like not collectors, but like kids and people that are just casual about it. Whereas like third-party figures and Masterpiece are for people like myself who grew up with that and other adults and then want something that matches that kind of thing. So I think there's room for everybody. And I don't really buy into the whole, like, if you like this, you can't like this. If you like this, you can't like this. Robots in Disguise isn't my favorite line. I have a couple figures from it because I think Thunderhoof is just a ridiculous in a cool way figure. But there's not room for both, you know? I have a feeling most of the toy collectibles come out in the Wolf. Raven, I agree. And that's because of scalpers, and I hate scalpers. Anyone that buys a figure with the sole purpose of reselling it for more than they bought it is garbage. They're human garbage. You should be helping your fellow collectors out. You should not be trying to make money off of them. And if you do that, you are no true collector. You're a terrible person. I definitely agree that Hasbro needs to re-release some of the earlier figures. I think a lot of them from the first. I think any of the first Phase 1 figures, with the exception of maybe Obi-Wan, should be re-released. I mean, they kind of did with the Stormtrooper. They did that. And a lot of the Phase 2 figures that never saw the light of day for most people, like IG-88, Bosk. I mean, the Emperor. They should just do a new version of the Emperor. The Emperor is hands down my least favorite figure across the entire line. Do I collect or want any knockoffs? I have some Transformers knockoffs. Wei Jiang was one of my favorite companies for a while. Star Wars knockoffs? No, not really. I'm touching myself a lot. It's weird. I'm drunk. I get handsy, I guess. Are there any Black Series figures you want but don't have yet? No, I have every Black Series. I mean, I guess the only Black Series figure that's out right now that I don't have is DJ, which I'll get whenever he comes out. But actually, I'm not super. As much as I actually liked The Last Jedi, I did not like Benicio del Toro's character. I didn't really like it that much. But I have every other Black Series figure released, with the exception of the convention exclusive versions. The only convention exclusive I have is Captain Rex. All the other convention exclusive versions of the characters I didn't bother buying. Even though I live in San Diego and San Diego Comic-Con is here in San Diego, it's impossible to get to, and it's crowded, and it's just not worth the trouble. So I guess if I had to choose one of those, I would want, thank you, I would want the Boba Fett, because he came with that Han Solo and Carbonite piece, and that would be cool to have, I guess. Just watched the original Transformers movie again last night. What are your thoughts on the movie? Better than the Bay films? The original 1986 Transformers movie is my go-to movie when I'm sick. That if I'm like not feeling well and I want to watch a movie, that is hands down. That's hands down my favorite go-to I'm sick movie. I love it. I can quote it. I love the music. It's got a fantastic soundtrack. It's a great movie. It's stupid, it's silly, but it's great. Yeah, I got the mail. Bye. Let's see. Just what else did I miss? Just bought knockoff. Yeah, I don't buy knockoff SH Figure Arts or Black Series figures because I have the originals for Black Series, but I'm just worried about quality there. I did not get the Carbonite Han Solo. I want the Carbonite Han Solo. That's like the one thing that I haven't bought because it was a Target exclusive part. Or not Target, wow, a convention exclusive. And I didn't get it because I just didn't. And I would like to get that if I could. What are your thoughts on the new Black Series figures for the Solo? I mean, I did a whole video on that, so you can go watch it. But for the most part, I like it. I mean, obviously, I don't think the guy that's playing Han Solo looks very much like Han Solo, but I think he looks like a Star Wars character, I guess. The only one that doesn't look like a Star Wars character is Emilia Clarke's character. She looks like she's going to a 90s club, but that might change when I watch the movie. For the rest of them, I think they all look fantastic. Let's see. Hey man, love your videos. Do you think the Black Series Anakin will go down in price once the SH Figure Arts Anakin is released? I don't think so. I think the problem with Anakin in the Black Series was that he was released at the very end of Phase 1. He was the last wave that came out in Phase 1. And then they moved into Phase 2. I never saw him in stores. I actually ordered mine on HasbroToyShop.com. That's the only reason I even have one. So I don't think it'll go down unless they re-release it, honestly. Let's see. What else? What are your favorite Luke figure? Mine is Bespin Luke. Bespin Luke is good. Mine actually might be the Stormtrooper Luke. I think it's cool that he is actually shorter than the other Stormtroopers. Like the way his armor is molded is actually it's more squished in. And I think that's pretty cool. Let's see. When I'm sick, nothing makes me feel better than watching Prime die when I'll get Starscream dies. That's true, Sean. The Prime death is always silly, but I don't know. The movie's comforting because I have it memorized, and there's so many Autobots that die. That first 15-20 minutes of that movie is just watching your whole childhood die. I think Prowl. Is it Prowl? Or Ratchet. One of them, I think it's Prowl. Watching the light go out of his eyes and the smoke just rise up. It's just like, what the This is a children's movie? What the fuck? I definitely agree. The concept, I actually have the Boba figure right here. You can't see it. It's just off camera. But the concept, I think they should do more concept figures in general. If they did a Ralph McQuarrie style, like Darth Vader and like Stormtrooper, I think that would be actually pretty cool. Let's see. I would love to see a decent Unicron. I think Unicron is tough to do. He is a circle no matter what happens, you're always going to know that he just transforms into a giant circle, and that's going to be tough. It would be cool if we got a decent Unicron. I'm not holding my breath, but you're right. They can make let's see, favorite Kylo Ren figure. How many Kylo? So let's count how many Kylo Ren figures have been made. There was the original one. There was the one that came out with the Kmart 2-pack that was the exact same as the original one, but with snow on him and a different lightsaber. There was a re-release of the original one in the original number, but had different detailing on him, a little more detailed, a little bit smaller cloak. Let's see, there was the unmasked one. There was the one that came out with episode 8, and then there was the throne room version of the episode 8 one. Of all of those, what is my favorite one? Probably the unmasked one, I guess, if I had to choose. I got my concept bulb in the wild too. It was actually not a sad story, but I was driving to work and I got a flat tire and I was getting my tire fixed or replaced at Discount Tires, and there was a Walgreens right across the street. I walked in and they had one sitting there on the shelf, and I was like, "Oh, well, I got that." So that's fun. Yes, I am gonna get the Black Series Porgs because I get every Black Series figure. There's not a Black Series figure I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna get I don't know how you pronounce him, Kaji. Good night, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna buy every Black Series figure, regardless of if I like it or not, regardless of if it's good or not. I'm going to buy every Black Series figure because I buy all the Black Series figures. I'm a completionist. When they started the, I guess this kind of goes back a little bit before. When they started the 1995 Power of the Force 2 figures, I wanted to buy them all, and I did all the way up until episode 1 came out, and that's when I stopped buying every figure. I had the entire collection all the way up until episode 1, and then I sold them, gave them away, they disappeared, I don't know. But when I saw they were coming out with 6-inch figures, I was like, this is a place I could start over. This is a time where I could buy everything. I want something where I have the entire collection of. So I'm buying every Black Series figure. What is your all-time favorite Star Wars action figure? It doesn't have to be Black Series. I think if I had to choose an all-time favorite Black Series or Star Wars action figure, it would probably be the original Power of the Force 2 removable helmet Darth Vader, because that was the first one they made where they started going, like, thinking outside the box for articulation and deco. Like, he had a separate cape down here, his hand came off, his helmet came off. It was more than just a basic figure, and I feel like that's where Hasbro / Kenner, it was Hasbro, but under the Kenner name, that's where they started kind of branching out and getting, they started trying new things, I think, with the removable helmet Darth Vader, and I think that was a cool stepping stone. So there's that one. Yeah, that would be my favorite. Oh, thanks, Gord. Have a good night. It's cool that you're trying the fasting thing. It's working for me, obviously. Actually, I have a bowl of chips here. I broke my fast initially on the alcohol, but I haven't eaten all day. I haven't eaten in almost 24 hours. So it's time to eat. In fact, I've been doing this for an hour. I'm gonna finish this, and I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. But I did not expect to do this often. It was actually fun. I think. Would you guys like a once a month live talk? I don't think I'd want to do it more than once a month. I'd want to keep it a little more. I'd want to keep it like something like unique, I guess. But I think a once a month live talk where I just talk to you guys, I think that'd be fun. I agree, Prouder. There really is no right or wrong way to collect figures, except for if you are buying them to resell them. But that's not collecting. I try not to look down on people that buy figures without opening them. I think that is silly. figures are made to be open. They're toys, but I'm like, it's not my collection. They're not my belongings. I would never buy something without the intent of opening it, unless it was something super old and super valuable, I guess. Let's see, what else did I miss? You good with your normal? Oh, Lily, sorry. I'm good with my normal burrito order. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, Luis. That's Luis. That's the only. That's I have two 3.75 figures still from my childhood collection. The 300 figure Boba Fett and the removable helmet Darth Vader, and I have those specifically because I didn't want to get rid of them. All of the rest I gave away to people, or I don't think I sold any, but I gave them away to kids and whatnot. Did I already talk music? No, we haven't talked music, Chronic. Outside of Star Wars or in Star Wars, talk tunes, Brodo. What do you want to talk? I'll talk music. I love music. People who buy a ton of multiple figures just to keep them is annoying. I agree with that. I get I get army building like stormtroopers. The Gamorrean Guard that's coming out. I get there's a figure. There's a bunch of them in the movie. Like those figures are meant to be army built, and I think Hasbro really should release more of them. Army builder figures should not be hard to find. Cho is on my stream. He's on my stream? Cho's not on my stream. Cho's doing his own stream. Is he done with his stream? I talked to him on his stream, but I had to go do my stream because I was giving away my figures. Again, congrats to the figures. Hi, Life with Brock, or hi. I like your customizations. That's another channel I watch. If you guys, someone asked me earlier what toy channels do I watch. Life with Brock is one of them. Go watch his stuff. Favorite band is the Cantina Band. Yes, Figurin' Dan and the Modal Nodes. If you want a jizz whale, that's what you do. You jizz whale with Figurin' Dan. That's what you do. New bands. Let's see. If you want to ask me what my favorite band of all time is, it's Failure. Failure is my favorite band of all time. I've seen them in concert 3 times, and then when they release a new album and they tour again, I'll watch them again. I love Failure so much. A lot of people might know their songs because A Perfect Circle covered The Nurse Who Loves Me. That was originally a Failure song. I think that their version is superior than the cover, but I get when a lot of people that was their first experience, so they might like that better. What do you think of Disney Elite Star Wars? That's a good question, Chris. Disney Elite Star Wars figures are not my cup of tea. I don't like diecast. I get why people might want diecast and stuff, and I think diecast is good used sparingly, but an entire figure made of diecast, those joints just rub away and become super loose. The paint chips off. They don't have some necessary articulation. And in this day and age, you cannot make a figure without ankle tilt. You just can't. It's got to have ankle tilt. And the Disney Elite, the only Disney Elite series figure I ever bought was K2SO, and I gave him to a friend after buying him because I just didn't want him anymore. Oh yeah, I think that I accidentally ordered this shirt because I was drunk, and my co-host on Bots and Shots, Zach, when I got it, he's like, "Dude, that's automatically the most metal shirt you own," because it's Dan's. Anyway, yeah, it's funny. What else? Have I missed anything? Jizz Whalers. George knew what he was doing when he named that band. That's true. Although, was it George that named that band, or was that one of those things that came out of the expanded universe that people just went with? Like, there were a lot of things in the expanded universe that people made up and that they just kind of went with. And I don't know if that's one or not. Okay. I am officially, that was mostly ice. That was mostly water. Oh, our ice tastes terrible. In 2018, ankle pivot should be a standard articulation point in every figure now. It's just truth. It's truth. If you make an action figure that has more than just the regular 5 points of articulation, especially if it has like ball joints on the hips where the hips can stand out in an A stance, if you don't have ankle pivots to right those feet so they're flat on the ground, it's just it's just wrong. It's wrong. Yeah, Failure Golden is blowing my mind right now. So my favorite, if you want to listen to Failure, their Fantastic Planet album, just from start to finish, is fantastic. Their first album is okay. Their second album, Magnified, is super good. But Fantastic Planet was my introduction to them, and that's not always be my favorite. The Heart is a Monster, their most recent album, is also fantastic. But I think if I had to choose one or the other, I would always go Fantastic Planet. The last 5 or 6, I think the last 5 tracks of Fantastic Planet might be my favorite 20 minutes of music put together from anything. I think I've gone a little bit over an hour. I don't like those streams that go on super long. Enter Sandman is so much fun to listen to when you're posing your figures on your shelf. That's true. You know, I've never been a huge Metallica fan, but I respect them. I think Enter Sandman is good. It's a good song. I usually, if I'm playing or cleaning my shelf or something back here, I usually have The Office going on or some TV show. I don't usually just listen to music, but yeah. Anyways, I think that's gonna be all for me tonight, guys. It's been a lot of fun talking to you. What's the list taped on the wall behind you? Funny you should ask what the list taped on the wall behind me is. This is from not the last time, but the second to last time I went to go see Failure. This is their set list that I was just walking by outside and they were loading the stuff in and it fell on the ground and I picked it up and the guy that was wheeling it looked at me and said, "You a fan?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's all yours." So I kept it. Like it's their set list. I also have a couple of drumsticks and some picks from their shows. What's my favorite Office episode? Scott's Tots? No, not Scott's Tots. I don't know if I have a favorite Office episode. That's tough. That's too tough. That's way too tough. I don't think I can answer that. How dare you ask me that, Brock? Yeah, I'll definitely do this again, guys. I'm winding down now. I'm hungry. I want to eat. I don't want to eat on camera, and I'm super self-conscious about stuff like that. Whatever, it's fine. So I'm gonna go. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking this with me. I'll definitely do this again. I'll post it on my channel as an event, so you guys will know. I'll probably have it sometime after work on like a Friday night or something like that. I'm glad you guys watched it. I'll leave I wasn't originally going to leave the video up, but I'll leave the video up. Again, if you're watching this, if you won my contest, let me know. Like, comment me. I'll message you. I'll get your contact info and I'll send you the figures that you won. And if it turns out that the people that won for some reason don't want their figures, I don't know why that would be a thing, but if it turns out, then I'll just do it again. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll thanks, Daddy Downhill. It's weird that someone from Australia watches my videos. I'm just a normal guy. Like I outside of this right here, outside of you guys, like no one cares about me at all. So it's weird to get that. But I'll keep you posted on when I have my next live stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me doing all this. Like, share, subscribe. Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't care. I say that ironically because I honestly don't care. If people want to subscribe to me, they'll subscribe to me. If they don't, they don't. If they do and then change their mind, that's fine too. You just do what you want. But I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Now, how do I turn this off?